Hello my friends, it's Bella. Welcome to Beauty on a Budget. And I've got a tag for you today, and it's that very special tag that was written by our Susan, little poet. She's done it for some years. It's called the New Year's tag, and it's just reflecting on the previous year and her thoughts on the previous year. As I say, she's done it for some years, and they're a lovely tag. And this year quite a few of our friends have done it. So I thought I would do it. So it's a New Year's tag, and I hope, Susan, that I do it justice for you. So let's see. I'm probably last on the bus with this. I normally am. Rate 2020 on a scale of 1 to 10. I would say 3. Obviously, I've took 7 out of 10 off for things that I don't need to explain. I think we are all very aware of that, aren't we? Of what's gone on in the world and what's happening. I've left it at 3 and not said 0 because I've learnt a lot this year. I hope the human race has learnt a lot this year. I hope that it's brought the human race together a little bit more. I hope so. I don't know when this is over, when this is in other people's in people's memories, and they're not really thinking of it. I don't know if it will, but I just hope and pray that we've learnt lessons from this terrible, terrible thing, and that when it is all over, that we are better people for it, and more compassionate people for it. I hope so. Favourite memory of 2020. I think when we were standing, a lot of you remember this, I mentioned it before, in the first lockdown, the first phase, we were staying down with my daughter, and we stayed in a friend's flat. A lot of you know this. And it was just round the corner from my daughter. I'm miles away from her now, but it was just round the corner from my daughter. But of course we still had to distance and couldn't go out and so forth. So it was a ground floor flat. So I was sitting in the window, the ground floor flat, just looking out, nobody about obviously. And a little hand knocked on the window. Nanny, we've sneaked round to see. And because Mum and Dad were there, saying, come on, come and stand away now. And just that little surprise, because it's a horrible time when you're locked down. And that little hand, I can see the little hand, Nanny. So that's my favourite memory. Number 3, did I change as a person? Absolutely, most definitely I changed as a person in last year to 2020. I'm sure this has changed. This whole setup has changed so many of us. It has to change us, doesn't it? Can we live through something like this and not be changed? I think we'd have to be pretty shallow not to be changed at all. That's just my opinion. That this hasn't made us appreciate life, appreciate what we've got, not take things for granted, realise how fragile life is. I think all those things have really, really come to our minds and our knowledge of what life is, and I just appreciate everything so much more now. I appreciate everything so much more. My friends, I appreciate just tiny, tiny little things. So yeah, it's changed me a lot. It has changed me a lot. And also things that would maybe annoy me, I try to be a little more tolerant of now, I think. Yeah, it has, the whole situation the world is in has definitely changed me in 2020. Favourite video I did and why? It's a hard one, really, because I really enjoy making all my videos. if there was one I didn't like, I wouldn't make it, I wouldn't put it up. So I've been really happy with all the videos I've made. But the ones that I do just before Christmas, where I do 5 looks, 5 days, I've done it for about 3 years, I think, and I pick 5 ladies, 5 of my beautiful friends to do it with me. I always feel so privileged that these ladies will do this with me. You know, I'm not a big channel, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know who I am. Of course, most people don't know who I am, but I'm just so privileged that these ladies every year, so it's 5, so I think this is the 3rd year, which makes 15, it might be the 4th, no, I think it's the 3rd year, so that's obviously 5, 10, 15, so 15 ladies overall that have agreed to do that with me, and I just feel really privileged that they do. So those 5 videos every year are very, very special to my heart, you know, that they would join me. So those 5, those, like that week of videos that I do, they're my favourites, just because people are so willing to do it with me, and I just love that. 1 or 2 products. What number are we on, guys? Number 5. 1 or 2 products that blew you away. Absolutely. If you know me, you're my regulars, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Definitely. The e.l.f. Putty Primer, for poreless Putty Primer, and the Chamomile Makeup Remover from the Body Shop. These 2 absolutely blew me away. Best thing, I will stick to these. These are holy grails. Love them. Definitely those 2. So, what creator on YouTube inspired you the most? This was the hardest question for me, because honestly, there are so many. There are so many that have inspired me, made me a better person, made me feel better about myself. There is just so many. To pin it down to one is really, really hard. But if I had to pin it down to one, I would say Sandra Hart. I think she's femininity personified. I really do. I think she's so wise, and you know, she's had such an exciting background, and she's had such a, you know, filled life, and she shares it with us, and she shares her knowledge and her feelings and her understanding of things, and she advises, and she does it without any sort of complacency, or she's just, you've just got to see. I will link Sandra's channel below. She's what I want to be, which I haven't got long to go till I'm her age, but she's what I'd want to be. She's, you know, it's like I say the same thing about Mary Ellen. They're just, there's just something there that Sandra has that I can't put a name to it. I can't put my finger on it. It's just that something that's special, and I really, really love her channel, and I love her very much. 7. What is the funniest, meanest, strangest comment you got under a video? Now, I don't get a lot of negative comments. I don't. I'm sure I will. I'm sure it'll happen. But I don't get too many negative comments. Though I can't think of one that's really, you know, criticised me too much. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I don't call that a bad, you know, if it's constructive criticism, then that's not a bad comment. That's just somebody giving you their opinion, and if you don't want that, then you shouldn't be on here. You know, I do it I expect you to say what you think, and if you say that doesn't look right, Bella, that doesn't look, you know, that's fine. That's why I do it. But I don't get negative. I get inappropriate, and they are quickly removed. So yes, I get a few inappropriate, but they're just removed quickly. So no, I don't really get a lot. No, don't get a lot. Your proudest accomplishment in 2020. My children will always be my proudest accomplishment. And I know so many of us have said that. And my grandchildren, to watch them, to think that they come from me, that my children, you know, it's an amazing accomplishment. There's nothing I could feel that makes me feel more proud than when I see my children. Personally, I would say my YouTube channel. This has been so important to me. You guys have been so important to me this year and every year, but this year very, very much so. Because we're locked in, because we're shielding, you guys honestly have been such a big part of my sanity in this crazy, crazy world. And I feel like I've accomplished. If you'd have told me 5 years ago that I could do this, I could talk to you guys and, you know, converse with you and write with you and, you know, find things for you, I wouldn't have believed I could do it. I wouldn't have believed I could do it. I've told you millions of times before, I'm not a very self-confident person, but you have given me that. You've given me that, and I feel I've accomplished that. I've accomplished that, and I'm not nervous to come on camera anymore, and I'm not nervous that I can't afford high-end things anymore. I'm not nervous about that. I'm just happy that I'm accepted for who I am, and I think the way I presented myself has made you see that about me, and personal accomplishment, I think that's it. Final one, and the final question, number 9. What is the one word you would use to describe yourself in 2021? Hopefully empathetic. I would say empathetic. This has taught us so much, hasn't it? What's gone on and how we are with each other. You know, countries pulling together, people pulling together, religions pulling together, political differences pulling together. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. And I hope that I can be more empathetic and more understanding of other people. I think I've always been pretty good at that side of it, but I hope that I can see things from other people's standpoint, to be, which more or less is empathetic, meaning of empathy, to understand, to see where they're coming from, and I want to do more of that in 2020. 2021. I want to be more understanding of other people. You know, if this has taught us anything, and it's certainly taught me a lot, it's how precious life is and how quickly it can be snuffed out, and how much time we waste not understanding other people are different to us. Other people have different views, different religions, difficult political standpoints. I just want to understand and be empathetic to everybody. I know it's a big goal, I know it's a big wish, but I want to just look at people more. I want to work on looking at people more and feeling what they feel and understanding what they're feeling. And, you know, not standing back so much because someone is different, or someone, I don't think this will happen, or I don't understand why that person did that, or I don't understand why that person did that. I would, you know, I don't understand what they believe. Oh my goodness, are they crazy to believe that? Do you know the type of thing I mean? I want to try and understand a bit more why. Is empathetic the right word? I hope so. I hope so. Just to understand, put myself in other people's shoes and see things from their standpoint. That's what I think. I think empathetic. I've really enjoyed this tag, guys. I hope I did it justice. I'm not the easiest one with flowing conversation when I think something is really important, but I hope you've got the gist of it, guys. And thank you so much, Susan, for writing this. I know I've said that, but thank you. It's a lovely, lovely, it's probably my favourite tag of all tags. Okay. So I'm going to put down below Susan's video, a link to Susan's video, and a link to a few of my friends who've done it as well. It's a lovely tag, and I'm really, you know, honoured that I could have done it. So you take care of yourselves. I will see you again Friday with something quite different. I'll see you Friday. Bye.